There are a lot of D&D products on the market, but you don't need all of them. There are only a few that you probably actually need and or can use. And today I want to go over the ones that I think are most necessary at the table, things that you should pick up or will be very helpful to you in DMing and or playing in your first D&D games. You don't need a ton of products. I have a shelf full of products behind me, but that is not the point. That's because I like them, and I read most of them. And when I was in college, I just wasn't very responsible with my money. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Number one on the list is going to be the 2024 Player's Handbook, which you can see I have purchased before. There you go. Let's go to my credit card. The 2024 edition of D&D is the one I would personally choose if you don't have a Player's Handbook yet. So there's a whole lot of extra rules in here. The backgrounds have feats to start out with. I think that it's a little more cohesive as far as what you're getting right out of this book only. But they do have the 2014 edition right here that you can pick up. Last purchase, February 7th, 2018, so you can see when I got my first one. But yeah, 2014, the Player's Handbook is going to be the most important one, and I do not need to sit on that for very long, so let's get right to the second one. After that, we have the 2024 Monster Manual. I honestly have not read the 2024 edition Monster Manual, and I'm sure both of them would be great. Pick up whichever monster manual you need, but these are going to be super core in actually making your sessions happen. But you know what else you can do if you don't want to purchase a monster manual? You can go click up here in tab and you can look up Beholder D&D 5e, and guess what comes up? The stat block for a Beholder. You don't have to have a monster manual if you know what you want to run. The monster manual is just really good at giving you ideas. It's also just really fun to sit down and read the monster manual if you need inspiration for something, or like if you're looking to create a campaign or something like that and you're looking for your big bad, pop open the monster manual, get some inspiration, and then make it happen, like the Beholder, right? So that's not all this book is for. If it was, then you could just do what I just did. It's the same for the Player's Handbook. Look, if I wanted to go in here and I typed in Rogue D&D 5e, look, it's going to show me all of the stuff the Rogue has right here. First link that you find is going to show you everything. And you could probably find both the free basic rules 2014, free basic rules 2024. And it'll change it for you. It's literally that easy to make all of this happen. These books are good to have on you because they're a utility, not because they're necessary. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, here is what I would get if you don't have anything and you just want the full set of 2014. Specifically, only if you want 2014, because they have a bundle. It's like $140. It comes with a DM screen, dice and stuff. I'm pretty sure it comes with the dice as well. DM screen, all the tools, Player's Handbook, DMG, and Monster Manual. Now, this DMG, let's be honest, guys, it's not going to be that useful. But I think the whole set together is a nice set of books if you're looking to play 2014. You can even get it used right here. So if you've got $130 and you're like, I want to be a DM, this is the DM set for you to get. The DMG can give you some nice tips, but it can't give you tips that Matthew Mercer's how-to videos on DMing can't give you. And that's all I gotta say about that. Next. Okay. So you're thinking about running your first campaign, right? But you're not sure exactly how much to put into it or which campaign to run. Pick up this Essentials Kit, okay? The Essentials Kit, the starter set's okay, but I don't think that Stormwreck Isle does as much as the Essentials Kit does with story and a sandbox that you get to play in. I think the Essentials Kit does a much better job personally, and this is going to come with this little bundle right here, literally all the stuff that you need for it. You're going to get dice, you're going to get dice bags, you're going to get a bunch of materials that help you out here. Not only that, it's going to have maps of all the locations you can go to. It's going to have these little like standee type deals that's going to depict your characters for you and your enemies, so you don't have to buy like miniatures. You can literally use these for your whole campaign and just say they're different creatures and not buy real minis. Because Like I said in my video, or in my short, where I talked about playing D&D on a budget, we played with a dry erase board and an expo marker for the majority of our time in college. it's not that crazy. And believe me when I say that we play nowadays with a lot more stuff, and the sessions in college were just as good as the sessions that we do now. So yeah, these bundles, I actually think Lost Mine of Phandelver would be the one I would get, but it's not on their like official stuff. So if you can find a copy of it, that's great. Like maybe at a LGS, but I don't know how likely that is because I haven't been able to find it around that often. Curse of Strahd. This is all the official material, by the way. I have a couple more things after this that are unofficial. Curse of Strahd, I think, is the easiest to read because while you're reading it, you're wondering what's gonna happen next. You get really into all the characters, and I think Curse of Strahd is the most well-written campaign, maybe even out there, but definitely the most well-written original campaign from 5e. And so if you're looking to get into 5e, Curse of Strahd is gonna be the campaign that you want to purchase. Granted, there are tons of other D&D campaigns, but this is the most bang for your buck. I think story-wise, it's gonna get you, I think, a good 20 to 30 sessions just from this book. And then there's expansions as well. Like there's the Fenrikton's Guide to Ravenloft if you're really looking to get more into that dark horror vibe. And I think this is a good Kickstarter for becoming your group's forever DM. Because they're gonna play through Curse of Strahd and be like, dang, that was awesome. You did such an amazing job DMing that game for us. Now do it again and again and again. Outside of these official products, I also would like to show off a couple of products that I have both seen or purchased myself that have been really, really helpful in my games. For instance, I'll just go ahead and pull it up now. The Creature Codex and these two Tome of Beasts. I have all three of these on the shelf behind me. And what they are really, really good at is the creatures are much more, I feel like, thought out and unique. The monster manuals got me like the classic D&D creatures. These provided me with like, when I did Descent into Avernus and we did like an arc after the main campaign where they dove all the way to Nessus to fight with Asmodeus because they were having a little bit of a squabble with him. I used the devil stat blocks and some of the archdevils in here as the leaders of the layers of the Nine Hells, which was really fun. And there were enough of them that I was able to cover all 9 Hells getting to Asmodeus. And then there's a lot of little minions and just extra stat blocks that are super useful in your game. So if you get the chance to pick up one of these, I strongly recommend Kobold Press. Not only that, but Kobold Press also, but not sponsored by the way, Kobold Press also has some pretty cool adventures. I'm looking for one specifically that I have run a little bit of, but I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it. Okay, here's the one I'm looking for. Courts of the Shadowfae is a really cool adventure. It is $20 for the PDF. I don't know, I guess they don't sell it hardcover anymore. I actually have a hardcover version that I really like. And it's a 7th to 10th level adventure, and it's all about like political intrigue and elves. So this is one that I really enjoyed whenever I ran a little bit of it. So yeah, they have a lot of really cool campaigns and adventures as well that I would definitely push you to check out. They also have their whole own like Midgard setting that I have the setting book for, and that is pretty interesting as well, depending on if you want to play in Forgotten Realms or Eberron or whatever. Last but not least is you're gonna need a lot of maps. So there's a really good website called Chepeku. I called it Chepuku in the other video that I was making, so ignore me there. Chepeku is a map creator, not map creator, they make their own maps and you can jump in and pick them out and use them for your game. So look, Hippogriff Postal Interior, boom, you've got the perfect map for this whole hippogriff type deal. There's they all have like variations in each floor of them and everything, and they're just very, very pretty maps to go along with your virtual tabletop game. So if you are running virtually and you don't mind spending like, I think it's like $25 a month, this is the place to do it. Again, I am not sponsored by anybody yet, so I'm just kind of giving you the advice that I personally would use. But these are really good places to do it. They've got a lot of cool stuff on here. I think the subscription service is worth it if you're playing D&D once or twice a week, and I would recommend what they have. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and actually use, because I also need some more recommendations, because I feel like, especially for online, which I've been running a lot lately, I don't have all the essentials down. I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants every week, and I could probably do a little bit better about that, but that's neither here nor there. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and ring that notification bell. That would be the biggest thing I can ask from you before, and then come back for the next video. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you in the next one.